A warm welcome to everyone on my channel Spices and More. In today's video, I'm sharing with you an exotic and divine kingfish biryani loved and preferred by everyone. It may be birthdays, get together at home or big parties. Biryani is always heart of any occasion. Biryani is prepared using different ingredients, and so let's see how to prepare this variation of biryani in a very simple way. Here I have boiled enough water and we are making rice for biryani, and I have added little oil. I used olive oil. You can use any oil of your choice, but avoid using the strong smell oils. Next I am adding in 1 slice of lemon. Adding slice of lemon will keep the rice very fluffy and white. Now let's add in some masala like 1 inch of cinnamon stick, 6 cloves, 10 black peppercorns, 1 masala cardamom, 1 green cardamom, 1 star anise and handful of mint leaves or pudina. This will give nice flavor to the rice. Boil it thoroughly. Now I'll be adding in salt as per taste. Next goes in washed and soaked basmati rice. This I have soaked it for 30 minutes, and every basmati rice brand will have the instruction on its packet for the soaking period as it differs brand to brand. So follow the instructions accordingly. Give it a stir so that the rice don't stick to the bottom of the pan, and cook the rice till 80 to 85% done. Now as you can see on the screen, the rice is cooked properly and I've cooked it till 85% done. By 85% I mean the rice shouldn't be too mushy, not too soft. It should be firm and breakable. As you can see on the screen, we need this texture of rice for biryani. Now I'm using the traditional way of draining the water, that is with the help of a cheesecloth. You can use any preferable or suitable way for you to drain the water. When I cook the regular rice also at home, I use this method only to drain the water, and it's sometimes good to keep your traditional methods alive. Next, I've heated a pan with about 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'll be adding 2 onions sliced thinly, and here we are preparing the birista or the fried onion for biryani. Adding these fried onions to the biryani gives different dimension to biryani and it enhances the flavor of the biryani. So this is must in every biryanis. Now saute this onion till it becomes brown in color and gets caramelized nicely. Don't make it too dark in color, otherwise it will turn out to be bitter. So take care. Now as you can see on the screen, our birista is getting ready. And once the onions are fried properly, as you can see on the screen, remove out this onion on 1 tissue paper to drain out the excess oil. And our birista is ready. In the same oil where we fried the onions, I didn't use any extra oil as all the flavor is there in that oil. I am adding in 1 teaspoon of cumin seed or the jeera seed and let it crackle. Next goes in 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Saute this till the smell from the ginger and garlic disappears. Next I'm adding in finely chopped onion. This is one onion which I have chopped very finely. And fry this onion till it turns brown in color and becomes very soft. Next I am adding in half of the capsicum which I have again chopped finely, and one bulb of spring onion, that is the white portion of the spring onion which is also known as the bulb of spring onion, and saute it very well. I'm adding in one chopped tomato. This is one medium sized tomato which I have chopped very finely. Saute this till tomatoes turn very soft. To fasten the process of cooking, I'll be adding in salt as per taste. Now in goes half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of biryani masala. I used here chicken biryani masala. You can use chicken or fish biryani masala as per your preferences. Saute this. And the essence of entire biryani depends upon this masala, so you need to make this masala as flavorful as possible. Now I am adding in little brista or the fried onion. This will again help to enhance the flavor of the masala. Saute this further with all other ingredients. Add little water, and this will help to cook the masala properly. And you need to cook this till the oil separates from masala and floats on the surface. Give it a stir, and after about 1 to 2 minutes I am adding in 1 teaspoon of kevda water. Adding kevda water will help to take out any raw smell from the fish, so please do add this kevda water and do not skip. Give it a mix. I am cooking this on medium flame, and now I am adding in the kingfish pieces. So here I would like to tell you, I got this kingfish 2 days back, and in order to store this, I applied little salt and turmeric powder, fried it and refrigerated until I make the biryani. And this is also will be a great tip for you, as it is not possible to get the fresh fish always. And just in case you are using the fresh fish, then what you can do is, in the beginning apply little salt and turmeric to the kingfish, and then you can add it to this masala at this point of time. Cook until the fish is done properly. Now I am adding in red Kashmiri chili paste. The link to prepare this paste I'll give in the description box. You can check it out from there. And if at all you are using the red Kashmiri chili powder, use it when we added the dry masalas. Give it a mix very gently and let the masala cook till the oil separates. As you can see on the screen, the oil has already separated and our masala is ready. Now let's layer out this biryani. For that I have taken a clay pot or a clay pan. You can use non-stick pan as well. Grease it with the little oil at the bottom and add the layer of basmati rice. Spread it evenly all over the pot, and this will be our first layer. Next I'll be adding the layer of kingfish masala, and I purposely made pieces of kingfish so that whenever you have the bite of the rice, you will also have the fish. The next layer will be the layer of finely chopped coriander leaves. Then the layer of finely chopped spring onion, the green portion of the spring onion. Then I am adding in little birista on top. Next layer will be the layer of ghee or the clarified butter. I added here 2 teaspoons. And you can make as many layers possible. Then I sprinkle little more ghee on top of the final layer. And lastly, I'll be adding in the kesar infused water to give that nice flavor to the biryani. I infused the kesar into the water and not into the milk, as I noticed that you get that nice orangey color only in the water and not in the milk. Close the lid and dum cook this biryani for about 5 to 6 minutes on a very low flame. And after about 5 to 6 minutes, a delicious and flavorful kingfish biryani is ready to be served. I hope you like today's recipe, and please do let me know which is your favorite biryanis. Hit that like button, share this recipe with your loved ones, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed so far. Thank you for your valuable time, and thanks for watching.